Today we're going to make pad thai. Pad thai is an oriental dish, comes from Thailand. It's one of their signature dishes in Thailand. I've made it a couple of times. I went to my friend's dad's house to try it, and I've been in love with it ever since. It's one of my favorite things to make. It's one of my favorite things to eat, and today I'm going to show you how to make it. We got chicken that I prepared yesterday. It's been marinating overnight. It's diced up, about a 1/4 inch dice, and this is about 2 chicken breasts worth. And I marinated it with some soy sauce, regular kikoman, a little bit of salt. You don't want too much because of the soy sauce is already salty as it is. Some hoisin sauce, which is sweet soy sauce, some sugar, and some rice vinegar. And then over here we have these rice noodles. They're really thin, almost look like fettuccine. They cook extremely fast because they don't have gluten in it. And yeah, you gotta really be careful with these. They will overcook really fast. So that's gotta be done. You can't do that ahead of time and then stir fry everything else. And then we have cilantro. Most of this other stuff, the cilantro right here, and then there's the green onions or scallions right here, and bean sprouts. Bean sprouts are gonna give a little bit of texture, some crunch. A lot of these, and lime also. These are mainly like just for garnish. They give excellent flavor to it as well. You know, once you mix everything together, it's gonna really smell like a Mexican dish actually. And we have peanuts. If you're allergic to peanuts, then you can't eat this at all. You have to have peanuts. No, I'm joking. You don't have to have peanuts, but peanuts for garnish, give it a little bit of crunch. And here we have some chili garlic sauce. I like it. Just, you know, I like spicy food, so I add that in. You don't have to. And this is the pad thai sauce I bought because I'm just honestly too lazy to make it. Plus, it's really hard for me to find tamarind. Tamarind is one of the main ingredients in this. If you can make it yourself, you just need a little bit of sugar, tamarind, fish sauce, rice vinegar, and some paprika. And I chose to get this because, you know, without tamarind, I've made it before without tamarind because I, for some reason, can never find it. If you can't find tamarind, you could substitute for some citrus, you know, some, you know, half lime juice, half orange juice. It's the same thing. But without the tamarind, you don't get this dark, you know, nice brown, reddish, you know, brick-looking color. And that's really going to coat all the noodles and make them look, you know, like they got sauce on it. And some minced garlic. You know, I got this big thing, Costco jug of minced garlic. You know, if you can use fresh garlic, that's fine too. But I'd rather not deal with, you know, getting it all over your hands, chopping it up and all that. And so yeah. And some vegetable oil, of course. I mean, you gotta have vegetable oil. So, and that's it. And another ingredient is eggs. Here's a little tip for you home cooks. When I get my cutting board, I wet a damp towel right here, and it keeps me from having more control and not having the cutting board slide all over and cutting my hand or something. So, yeah. I've chopped everything up, and here are the portion sizes. 2 chicken breasts, which I marinated, and we're going to be using about 3 eggs. You know, eggs are always used in oriental dishes, stir-fried rice, a lot of stir-fries. By the way, this dish is a stir-fried noodles as a matter of fact. We got about a cup of chopped cilantro, about a cup and a half of chopped scallions, about a cup and a half worth of bean sprouts, about a cup of chopped up peanuts, about a tablespoon of vegetable oil. We're going to use about a tablespoon of minced garlic, we're going to use about 4 limes. This is a portion size of about 6 to 7. We're going to use about 4 limes, and it's not necessarily necessary, but you know, you squeeze it on afterwards, and you know, just it's towards your preference. Same thing with this chili garlic sauce. It's you use it if you want. I love it in my dishes because it's spicy, and I love spicy food. Here's pad thai sauce. We're going to be using about this whole bottle, which is about about an 8-ounce bottle cup of pad thai sauce. And we're going to be using nearly all of these noodles. This is a 16-ounce package of noodles. We're going to be using about 12 ounces worth. So about it's about the serving size of 6. And since I don't own a wok, I'm going to be using a saucepan, which works just as well. And now that we have all of our ingredients ready, we can start to cook. Okay, so we're gonna start with these noodles, and I don't mean put them in and start, have them boiled. Just put them in the water and let them sit in there for a little bit so they can sort of soften. This is just room temperature water, and make sure to salt your water too. Any type of pasta you make, even mashed potatoes, you always gotta salt your water before you boil anything really. So I'm gonna add just about nearly the whole box, really. Okay, so we're going to start, and make sure your pan is really hot. This is the key to just about any stir fry. You're going to make sure your pan is steaming hot. Once you put the oil in, the oil should start to smoke. And then once you have the oil in there, put your seasonings in there as well. Your garlic, your ginger. Usually ginger is an Asian cooking. Today we're just using minced garlic, and so I'm going to hit this with some olive oil. I'm pretty confident it's hot enough. You don't want it too hot, because if you ever taste burnt garlic, it's not very good. So we're going to use about a teaspoon of this. And we're going to add our chicken. Let that stir fry. You want to cook your chicken in batches since they have 2 breaths. So you don't want to add all the chicken in at once, or else it'll start to boil. You want it to get a nice good sear on it. So our chicken first batch is done. I don't know if you can see that. So I'm just going to put it in this bowl here until I'm ready to use it. And for our second batch, same procedure. And you always want to season and taste. I mean, taste then season. If you taste it first, if it's good, leave it. If you feel like it needs a little bit something more, go for it. Our second batch of chicken is done. We're going to wait for these noodles, because they're going to cook really fast, and I just turned the heat on. So the noodles are done, and if you're wondering how to figure out when they're done, taste it. Just take one little piece out and taste it. If it's done, it's done. Here are our cooked noodles. Okay. I made sure that I didn't overcook them or undercook them. You gotta keep tasting them and keep an eye out on them, because they cook really fast. And once you drain them, make sure they're completely dry. You don't want them a little bit wet or anything like that, or else it's kind of, you're gonna have like a watery sauce at the bottom of your pad thai. So Now we're going to make sure our pan's hot again. And we're gonna cook the egg, just scrambled egg basically. Just go ahead and make a scrambled egg. I used 2 eggs. Just kind of helps bring everything together. And once it's about halfway done, just push all the egg to the side like this, and then add your noodle. A little bit more oil. I'm going to go ahead and stir fry these. So now, we're going to go ahead and add our sauce. And yeah, earlier I said I'm going to use the whole thing, but as you can see, I'm not entirely sure I'm going to need the whole thing. So I'm just going to add to where I feel like it's enough, where it's enough coating of it. You don't want a lot of that sauce on the bottom of the pan and all that. Just enough to really get a coating on all of your ingredients in the pad thai. So I don't really even use that much, and as you can see, it's already basically coated all of the noodle. I'll show you it in a bit. So right now all we got in here is some egg and some noodle. I think I'm going to add a little bit more sauce, and you can go ahead and add in all your chicken that you made earlier. Your bean sprouts, your cilantro goes in, and your scallions. So all those ingredients are in. You're going to go ahead and let all that cook. Let those scallions wilt a little bit. Same with the cilantro. Smells like pad thai. I'm going to add some of this chili garlic sauce. And a little bit more pad thai sauce. What I like to do is keep the heat on low, cover it, let all of those ingredients sit there, and get to know each other a little bit for a while. I'd say about 5 minutes, 5 to 10 minutes, and then we'll be ready to plate. Okay, and so there you have it, chicken pad thai. Let's go ahead and taste. Spot on. Some lemon, lime. A little bit of that chili garlic sauce I put on top of it. By the way, that's really hot, so, well, not really hot, but it's pretty hot. Delicious. You have to try this. Extremely easy. Looks complex. It really isn't. Go ahead and try this. I'll see you some other time. Let me know what you want me to try and make. Please don't forget to like, subscribe, and comment.